once again with episode 50. This is actually episode 50. And just to make sure, wow, I'm really playing on Hall of Fame difficulty. I mean, I've never been this good in this game before. I mean, I almost want to put this at 100. Whoa. Like a free throw difficulty. Just make it harder for myself to play. Because man, I'm way too good, bruh. I was just watching some other playthroughs from some other guys who had a couple thousand followers, a couple thousand subscribers. I mean, granted, the videos were 13 minutes long. I don't know if most 2K people are going to want to watch a 1 hour, 2 hour episode with the game plan and statistics and standings and everything, but that's the way that I would want to see a playthrough. So that's why I'm doing it like that. I'm not going to try to cater to what the masses want. I want the true 2K GM players who really appreciate seeing somebody else play, how they do it. I don't just want to see 5 minutes of the game and all that nonsense. But I do enjoy watching the videos, but I would prefer to watch it on Hall of Fame. And yeah, to think that I was always playing FIFA, I grew up playing football myself, soccer. I was pretty dang good. And yeah, now basketball is my favorite sport now, to be honest. Because it's the most tactical. It's, you got 5 players on the court who all have different attributes. In football, you'll have a center defender who will be usually good at defending. And maybe he'll be good at taking a long shot but it's more, they're more similar, They're all very similar to each other in ways. Now the right defenders and left defenders are becoming more attacking, and they have to be good at giving a long pass for a goal, like an assist. So the game is changing a little bit, but basketball, you always have 5 different guys. Every team you play against, almost, you got a different point guard, you got a different shooting guard, different small forward, power forward, center, a different bench, all that type of stuff. And every player has to attack, then defend, then attack, then defend, then attack, then defend. To me, basketball is probably the most enjoyable sport to watch so far. Now we got that out the way. I got that off my chest. Let's check out what our game plan is going to be here for the Jazz. This is the first time we play them? I think so. Yeah, Cousins is going to be smothered in I. And, yeah, Otto. We'll do behind him on the post. Should be good. Russell will do tight, moderate. Start off like that. Saric will do tight, moderate and tight. And we'll force him to the middle, because I think he's a 3-point shooter. I'm not sure. Hardaway Jr. will do tight, tight. And force him to the middle as well. We'll go over here and over here. DeJounte Murray. Not sure. Nicholas Batum. So they got some good 3-point shooters. I think I said that a couple episodes ago. Or last episode. Looking at this team. This guy is pretty decent in the post. He can get some rebounds. don't think he can shoot threes though, so we'll force him to the baseline. Crab definitely to the middle. This guy also to the middle. Yabusele, Joakim Noah. Let's do moderate baseline behind. This guy's a three-point shooter as well. Force into the middle and go over on these screens again. This guy's a pretty decent three-point shooter. We'll force him to the middle as well. Alright, and I already know how I'm going to play against this team. Play through Star. I mean, Cousins is going to get blocks on Lillard if we're going to try and go into the paint with him. You know what? Might as well. Check out the team comparison here. Offensive IQ, playmaking, and three-point scoring. Perimeter defense, defensive IQ. So we're going to have to shoot threes ourselves as well. So it's going to be get shooters open. Average tempo. Look at this team. We want to go fast. Yeah, average tempo is fine. Check out their rebounding. C, D plus, C, B, A minus. It's pretty decent. If you look at our team, we got a C minus, D, C plus, B, and a B. Yeah, looks good to me. Like this. As a matter of fact, let's actually do limit transition. Protect the paint for sure. Protect the paint for sure. And neutral defensive aggression. Let's check out their athletics. B minus, C plus, C plus, C. C plus. We can actually go physical there. And here we're going to want to do our best and grab some boards because we don't want them getting so many putback like DeAndre Jordan was getting against us. Limit transition. Alright, defensive ratings. Russell is not good. Hardaway is not good. Batum is not good. Sarge is not good. Cousins is the only pretty good defender. The worst defenders are Russell, then Hardaway, then Sarge. But are we going to have Bradley as our second scorer this game? Do we think we can do that? Yeah, I think I can do that. He's a three-point shooter. He did drop a three last game, and he dropped one the last game, the game before that as well. So, yeah, let's play like this. Alright, and we already saw Splitter Neto trade, the Brazilian trade. Just felt like somebody. Oh, it's a little fly. Felt like somebody just tapped my foot. Let's see. By next level should be under. No, it's not yet. Is the team owner disgruntled with me for that press conference? It looks alright. Still at 80 job security. I don't see how my job security is only at 80. Are they just taking... It's not an average of the rest of the, point things. Categories. So that would be lower than 80. But we're the best team in the league right now. How can you be at 80% job security? It's like, oh, maybe they think that we're going to, lose all the games remaining or something? What's our record right now? 29-14. So we've played 43 games now. So if we would lose the remaining 39 games, right? Got 43. If we would lose the remaining 39 games, we would be at 29. No, we probably would not be in the playoffs. But probably like in 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks, like up until the All-Star, if we keep a very good record for like this month, and then after the All-Star game we like lose all our games, or maybe like win only 5 of them, we'll probably still be like the 8th in the playoff rankings. So yeah, award races, and we got Damian Lillard back at 2nd place in the MVP ratings. Rebounds are going up. He's at 2.8, almost 3. Assists per game keeps going up because he keeps getting around 10 assists a game. I think last game he only had 9 though, but that's still more than 8.5. So it definitely went up after that game. And 0.7 steals per game. It's the least of all the MVP candidates so far. But for Damian Lillard to be in the same MVP rankings as LeBron James, James Harden, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant, I mean, he's a 93 average right now. These guys are 98, 97, 96, and 97. So, yeah. Looks like, I would say Lillard probably would deserve it. I mean, in real life, if he would play that well, it depends on how far he can get the team in the playoffs. They did get swept by the Pelicans, my team. And in real life, there's some rumors now about Lillard that he might go join the Lakers with LeBron. I mean, LeBron has tweeted, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe a couple years ago or something, or last year. He said, like, if you give me Damian Lillard, he was basically insinuating that if he could play with Damian Lillard, that they would win a bunch of rings. Which, yeah, I mean, definitely see that happening. I mean, with a player like LeBron on the team, then Lillard could focus more on his defensive training, and he could improve his defense with the coaches. And, and it would be very difficult to beat them. Anyways, let's go. We're rated 6th, 4th, 5th against 19th, 19th, 16th overall. So, yeah, I mean, and look at our team. Damian Lillard, Avery Bradley, Harrison Barnes, Lauri Markkanen, and Ekpe Udoh is probably like the black sheep. But he's doing very well. He got 25 points last game. They got Russell, Hardaway, Batum, Saric, and Cousins. I mean, this team that I've put together is looking pretty dang good.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith as we get ready for this very special broadcast of the NBA. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they're a team that no one wants to face right now. With just one loss in the last 10 games, they'll be tough to beat. Tonight, two teams that have had great success, the kind of battle that could have future ramifications. Kenny, these teams may have to play each other again down the road in the playoffs. How can they set the tone here?
Oh, send a message. And even if you got to write it and give it to the ball boy to take down to the other bench, you send that message that we're here to play, and this is how it's going to be today, tomorrow, and in the future.
And as a player, you look forward to these matchups only because as a team, you learn where you guys stand against the best.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
The future can still change, Kenny. Oh my God, somebody get Kenny. No, I like Kenny Smith. He's pretty cool.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It's East versus West here in Salt Lake City. The Jazz hope to put on a show for this home crowd. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the court. They were only able to split the series last year.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
As we know, both these teams playing very good basketball right now. I'm sure, Clark, it's got to be so much fun coming to the arena when you're on a winning streak like this.
Well, it feeds on itself, Kevin. You get confidence and momentum when you're playing.
Wow.
W's and
Wow.
to add that next W to your streak.
Wow.
I think winning is the ultimate team chemistry.
Dumbest play of the year.
Engaged and excited and on the same page.
Great start.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Udo out there with Markkanen. Then there's Avery Bradley.
It's going to be tough right here.
Lillard.
We might need to get
at the small
help on Cousins.
position. He gets it in there. Cousins has got his team on the board to start the game for the Jazz.
We'll see how it
I really
goes.
enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Lillard against Russell. Lillard, the pass to Barnes. And it's good assisting on the play
Woo!
with Lillard.
All right.
Guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes, you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into
Yeah, it looks like we're going to need help on Cousins.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Count that one.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
His percentage went up by 2 since the last time that I really focused on that.
Hardaway kicks to Batum. Nice ball movement by Utah. Cousins dishes to Batum. Cousins with a screen for Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bangs home the trifecta.
That was a nice
Batum's
step
got his
back.
first bucket of the game, and he's on the board.
Batum is a tough guy to
I think
defend
he
for.
start a warning. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Barnes against Batum. And that one's good. Barnes is at 5.
Can't allow Barnes that kind of good position in the post because once he has it, it's dinner time.
Screen by Saric. Cousins, the pass to Batum. Out to Russell. From the arc. And Utah,
Nope.
another 3.
No way.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
Let's go, Barnes.
And here is Barnes. He has 5. And it's Lillard missing.
And really, despite
Bruh.
miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Russell kicks to Cousins. He feeds it to Hardaway.
Almost got that.
Back to Cousins. Pass to Saric. Over Markkanen. Doesn't go for him. So Indiana will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Now here's Lillard, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Udoh, drops in the layup for two. Udoh's got his first bucket in this one.
Missed a couple shots already with Lillard.
Sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Screen by Saric. There's the screen. Cousins with a screen on Lillard. Lillard against Russell. Layup off the pick.
Bad foul. I think Udoh's perimeter defense is actually really high. Yeah, he has a B and an A+ post defense.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all three at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process.
Lillard attacking. Batum with the steal.
That was stupid.
Outside Russell. Three-pointer. And the Jazz, another three.
They're really good at shooting threes.
Getting pretty good results.
And Lillard kicks to Bradley. He dishes it to Markkanen. Pass to Udoh. Barnes outside. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Bradley. Fires the three. That shot missing. Good D by Hardaway. Utah leading by 6.
That was a bad play all around.
Russell kicks to Cousins. Here's the screen. Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Lillard. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. They get it again. Udoh. Good work there as it goes.
And that's exactly
Nice,
why you gotta
Udoh.
box him out,
Killing it on the boards.
That's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
That's 2 offensive rebounds. Need him to get more
Jazz
defensive
got
rebounds
7
as
of
well,
the
though.
first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace
Down
to
by
the off.
6.
Russell kicks to Batum. The feed to Saric. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Here's Cousins. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah.
Cousins has got 8 points.
Got his own rebound.
His consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
They set the pick. Barnes dishes to Lillard. Markkanen sets the pick for Lillard. And stolen by Cousins.
Oh, man, that's 2 turnovers already for
Saric
Lillard.
outside. Lillard comes with the double team. Here's Russell. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And we're down by 10.
It just seems like the more he touches,
Time for a timeout.
the lead grows.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred the team's ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
Alan Crabb is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now Lillard, he's a player that you can only hope to slow down as he averages nearly 28 points a game. Kicks it out to Bradley. Nobody near Barnes. A three-pointer is right on target. If you look at the Jazz, that legacy trust means that all profits are reinvested right back into the team.
I mean, a tremendous move, recognizing that the team belongs to Utah and the people of Salt Lake City. This is truly a community.
Oh, bad foul. Just gave 3 points back.
Have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball.
We're definitely going to need help on
And
Cousins.
a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Well, I tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Now here's Bradley. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Bradley sets the pick for Lillard. Back to Bradley. And the whistle blows, so a chance.
All right, Bradley.
And a lot
He's getting some
scoring
and ones.
early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean,
I hope I make this one,
nobody's
though.
missing out there.
It's our
The
first
Jazz
free
making
throw
a
again.
switch here. Noah's checked in.
Of the game.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Pacers. Patrick Beverly comes
I'm
in
using
for
the square
Damian
button
Lillard.
now.
That free throw good from Avery.
Nice.
Clark, a lot of ways to initiate the offense. What's the
Felt like I was a little late on that release.
I think the willingness to give the ball up early and then to be able to understand what they're trying to get done offensively. So that comes back to basketball IQ, and we're assuming that the skill set is there. But to me, it's just understanding what you're trying to get every time down the floor and then being able to initiate that with a pass or the dribble.
Cousins.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
They grab their own miss. Off with the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times.
Bad
when he's
first
on his
quarter.
way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, he had 8 points.
Might end up losing this if we keep this up.
Cousins with a screen on Patterson. Here's Murray. It's deflected. Now here's Beverly. He's covered by Murray. Back to Beverly. Pass to Hawes. Indiana moving it around. They set the screen. Here's Bradley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials are he'll shoot 2. And Clark, we
Good
know that
passing.
players are evaluated in a historical perspective, largely by how many rings they have. Do you think that's a fair way to evaluate things?
I don't think you can solely evaluate
No.
an individual player in a team sport by the number of rings he's been able to win. Clearly, it can be part of the criteria, especially if you're talking about great players who have had similar careers. It can be
All
a
right.
differentiator.
I understand
But
this
to me,
release
it
now.
doesn't necessarily carry the weight that some people like to give
Woo!
in
100%.
evaluating players. Individual performance over
5 points for
time
Bradley.
is what to me marks the hallmark of a player worthy of Hall of Fame consideration or being talked about being one of the greats in the game.
Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Bertans. Ariza covering. Snatched up. Here's Cousins. Plays it up and banks it in.
Pause, man.
Cousins has got 15.
Yeah, just tremendously physical. Cousins not afraid to rearrange some furniture in there.
Back to Beverly. There's the pick. In the corner, it's Patterson. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Utah leading by 9. Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say. David Alder.
Nah.
Well, Kevin, he expects their interior defense to be
Dang, we're down by
He said rim protection is
13,
something we really
12.
do well. Our ability to contest shots allows us to become more aggressive on the perimeter. Makes it a win-win. We'll see if all of that holds up for them tonight.
Oh,
Back to
man,
you.
we are playing
Thanks for the
very
report,
bad.
David. So their focus, guys, is going to be on defense right away.
And that's always a good philosophy. Don't let an opponent get settled. Try to take them out of their game early.
And, you know, that's all about energy. Coming out with fresh legs and putting a lot of effort into the defense.
Here's Bradley. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins.
Just
Come on, Patterson.
to bother.
He's missed
that
3
three-point attempt.
good shots.
To the paint. Stolen by Beverly. The pass to Hawes. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Joakim Noah did not like that one.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Now here's Cousins. 17 points in the game. Kicks it to Murray. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Bertans. Buries the long-range jumper. Bertans got himself
Dang, they're
going
destroying
with
us
the
on
first
threes.
basket of the game.
I don't want to meet them in the playoffs.
Here's Beverly. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. Bradley with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. The dish now to Ariza. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Cousins. Now here's Murray. Guarded closely. Feeds it to Cousins. Bertans kicks to Cousins. Screen by Cousins. Crab from long range. And Utah on
Wow.
3.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Patterson. And counted. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
On the free throw, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also.
Dang.
Well, I don't think there's any
They're getting
question about it.
destroyed
They
right
came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
The Jazz have
Down by
converted 1 of
18.
2 free throws so far today. And that one misses. And here's Neal outside. That shot missing.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Utah out in front. They lead by 18. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
We're going to have to change some things defensively.
And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see.
I would say we.
All right, let's start off with this here. Russell, we want to stay tight on the perimeter because he already made a couple three-pointers. Hardaway is good. Batum is good. Sarge is good. All right, now Cousins, we want to force him to the baseline. He keeps going to the hoop. Let's check this out. Double team post. On dribble, let's do that. When the ball is on the wing or in the corner, the lower weak side defender will not come over to load up the strong side of the floor. Drive help, screen. Let's do help, no rotation. For Cousins, and Crab is on deny. He already made one. Or 2 threes. Bertans is on deny. He made a 3.
probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second
Can
chance
we get
points.
back from this?
We know energy
from
and
this
effort go
deficit
hand
right
in
now?
hand, and they won't be denied playing with a bunch of energy, easily coming up with those offensive rebounds, too.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Patrick Beverley out there with Gary Neal. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Zimmerman in at the 5 spot. Now here's Beverley. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pat Beverley, the kind of defender who will give opposing
lucky with that foul.
Nightmares. I mean, very physical Clark.
I had like 1
very
second left.
persistent. He can just hound someone all night and not give them any room to move.
And Kevin, you hit on it. The key to his defensive prowess
If they make another
is
three,
his quickness, his strength, and his tenacity.
we're gonna take a timeout.
He gets up into you and dares you to try to get around him. He is the aggressor when he's on the ball defending. And because of that, he's one of the more feared on-ball defenders in the league at the point guard spot.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg,
That
that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Utah. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clark, when you were playing, what was your game day routine like?
Well, it was simple. I didn't complicate things, Kevin. I tried to get a good meal, was just beginning to learn how to eat properly and best for my body. And then I would always try to get an hour to 2 hour pregame nap. That goes all the way back to high school. I enjoyed just getting off my feet. Sometimes I would fall asleep completely. Other times I would just kind of drift into a light sleep. But just having that routine of resting
get us back in this game
was part of how I got ready to try to serve the other guys up. Yeah, you chronicle the career of Trevor Ariza. You know, he came into the league primarily as a slasher and
we got nobody even at 8
good
points.
defender. He's done a nice job reinventing his game as he's gotten older. And now he's much more of a 3-and-D type player, impacting both ends of the floor.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Yep, that one goes. And Ariza is certainly Clark of the 3-and-D mold as a veteran. That is often what
Beverly's doing better than Lillard this
need to do is their athleticism starts to decline.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ariza can still run the floor and occasionally punch it down on you. There's no question about that. You know, it's just now the bulk of his contributions come off knocking down threes. He's had a very long and productive career and has really done a nice job of adapting to whatever his team needs from him.
And it's the Pacers with the ball, following the three-pointer by Utah. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump.
All right, down by 16. Lillard is back in. Barnes.
Sharge checked in for Davis Bertans. Indiana also making some changes. Barnes is checked in for Ariza. And Lillard subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now here's Cousins, who's got 19.
Yeah, good interior D there, prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Lillard against Russell. Lillard attacking. Here's Zimmerman. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Zimmerman's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah,
wanted to go with a dunk, but
50 now. Their
stood there and
offense
took a jump,
is starting to show.
Jump shot.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. They stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Cousins, the pass to Hardaway. Back to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Hardaway with a wide open look. And Utah another three.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Lillard dishes to Patterson. There's Zimmerman, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
0 for
Zimmerman's got
4 for
points now on the
Patterson from
quarter.
the 3, man.
Utah leading
Come
by
on,
15.
That was a wide open shot.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Cousins. The shot misses.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Dishes at Daniil. They set the pick. Back to Lillard. Patterson a screen on Hardaway. Lillard attacking. And the rejection by Cousins. Russell left side. Cuts it 5 from 18. And they will call over.
It's probably Lillard's worst
And that's just all about position.
first 2 quarters so far.
Can't fight around it and gets the over-the-back call.
I thought maybe with a little more hustle, he might have been able to get around him, but he was just a step late.
And the Jazz making a change here. Batum's checked in. Udo's checked in for Indiana. Markkanen comes in for Patrick Patterson. Kicks it out to Lillard. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
Outside Russell. Back to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Dang.
Marcus Cousins is used to playing through
Got like,
contact.
how many points?
He's
21
excellent at
points already.
overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Lillard against Russell. Lillard with it. He kicks it to Neal. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And here comes the break. Here's Hardaway. Outside Russell. Launches a 3. Again, Russell missing. Pacers trail by 17. Now here's Neal. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Lillard attacking, and it's in there.
And the Pacers really have been one of the more consistent
points for
franchises
Lillard.
in the
2 for
NBA
6.
over the last 15 years or so. They've not won fewer than 32 games or drafted higher than 10th since 1989. That's a pretty impressive run of consistency.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
And there it is for him. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 12. No good from Cousins.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Markkanen. Barnes outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line. 2.
One of the things
Gotta get this lead down to like 8 before the third quarter.
Harrison Barnes
Oh
has a
my
reputation
God.
of being an outstanding
And we're
worker.
missing
He
free
wants to
throws.
be special, and he's willing to put the time in to give it a chance to happen.
Joakim Noah.
All right, Cousins is out.
Bradley's checked in for the Pacers.
We still got a bunch
Now,
of 3-point
here's
shooters
Russell.
though.
20 points for him last game against Charlotte.
And a gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
He feeds it to Batum. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 6 points for Nicholas Batum. And Clark, another thing with Barnes, he's very clear-sighted on the areas he needs to improve on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I mean, at times he can be pretty hard on himself. That's part of how you get better. Irrational self-confidence, pretty common in this league. That's not HB, though. I mean, he's more cerebral, and his desire is what balances it all out for him.
And it's Russell missing. Pacers trail by 17. Lillard attacking. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. And the Pacers can't...
Bruh, that's good and wide
I'm
open.
surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
And Batum kicks it to Noah. Jazz passing it around. Passes it to Batum. Saric just screen on Barnes. Out to Saric. Takes a three. That shot no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Back to Lillard. He dishes it to Markkanen. Stolen by Noah.
Lillard is playing great.
Saric outside. Pass to Russell. Left side, Saric. Up and in on the layup. And the Jazz lead by 19.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One
taking a timeout right
the
now.
Other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Timeout called the Pacers. And as we get this far into the season, Clark, we start to hear trade rumors float around. Did you ever hear your name floated in trade talks?
You know, I didn't pay a lot of attention to news reports or the media. I would only occasionally read the paper, but there was a year, my second year in the league, where my name came up with Philadelphia possibly, but it was short-lived and I didn't give it a lot of time or attention.
Allen Crabbe is checked in for Utah. DeJounte Murray comes in for Russell.
Let's check out the game stats, box score. "21 points, 12 points. We got 9 and 6. Now let's see, from 3, only guy that missed all his shots, which was just one, is Saric, and the rest, wow, look at all these threes. And look at ours. We missed with Lillard, Markkanen, Bradley, Neal, Patterson 4 times. Dang. 75% from 3. We're going to need free throws, defensive stops, less turnovers. We already made 5. They only made 1.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Udoh. Patterson comes in for Markkanen. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Barnes. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Patterson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Murray kicks it to Noah. Grab the pass to Noah. And there's the feed to Batum. Shoots over Patterson. Off the left rim and out.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit.
All right, let's go.
Looked like he forced
with these defensive players, we should be able to cut that lead.
Utah leading by 15. And here is Murray. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Batum dishes to Noah. Stolen by Beverley. Here's Bradley. The shot that time not on target. So Utah will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
And it's Beverley missing. Utah has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Noah the screen. And Batum kicks to Crabbe. Pass to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Charge a screen on Ariza. Here's Batum. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Excellent concentration from the deep. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice.
Finally, we made it 3 again.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Cram after Indiana gets the 3.
We're down by what, 16?
Now Noah. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Murray for 3. Hawes with the rebound. Hawes got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Beverly gets to Ariza. Here's Bradley. 9 points last game. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Bradley's got 7 points.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Come on, guys.
Murray
Defense.
Wow,
that's it.
range from outside. Wow. Batum's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Jazz. And so it's the Utah Jazz.
And there was another stupid
A
turnover.
15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll return shortly.
I'm just going to keep these 5 guys on the court the whole game.
This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. It was DeMarcus Cousins who got hot in the first. He had 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
they looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they play well.
Oh, yeah.
Jack, your take
This
on
team's
Indiana.
team chemistry is like at the 90 or something.
The three-point line, it started to look like this warm-up period. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
Man, you know it's a bad game when Beverly
And that will wrap up our halftime report.
is
As
our
it's
best
just
player
about
on the
time
court
for the start
so
of the
far.
second half.
And our nicest highlight was a dunk from Spencer Hawes.
We welcome you back down to Salt Lake City with a breathtaking view of the layout of this beautiful town. And thanks for joining us again, folks.
Come on,
Jazz leading by
Pacers.
15.
Play some good defense.
They've got Saric.
Cousins is back
Russell
in.
is out there with
He's going to
Hardaway.
get more than 30
Then
points.
there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And stolen by Patterson. Ariza with it. Patterson setting the pick for Beverly. And stolen by Russell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udoh. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Man, this is the worst game we have played so far.
Batum against Ariza. Batum passes to Russell. The pass to Cousins. Shoots over Patterson. No good from Cousins.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Beverly against Hardaway. And the rejection by Cousins. Hardaway kicks to Russell. Good, and the assist goes to
Well,
Hardaway.
we already have a player of the game,
14 points
Cousins,
the
for
end
sure.
Russell.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Another and one
He'll
for
head
Bradley.
line with a chance to make it
Let's
3.
keep this up.
It's going to be Bradley shooting. It's going to be on Saric. The Pacers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Let's go.
And the Pacers have lived on mid-range jump shots for sure.
Yeah, they've got guys who can make them now. I mean, nevertheless, the way the league's going, it's hard to score in an elite level without getting more threes and baskets at the rim. I mean, it's pretty clear that threes and paint points are how you survive and do well in the league.
Woo! That block, though.
Bradley against Hardaway. Left side, Bradley. Ariza outside. Shot clock at 6. A beautiful reverse layup. Ariza's got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And Batum kicks to Cousins. Back to Batum. Cousins with a screen on Ariza. Jumper off the screen. Batum, good. He's got 13. And stolen by Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Outside, Russell. Hardaway against Bradley. Saric, a screen on Beverly. And Cousins kicks to Saric. Over Udo. Saric, that's good. Saric has got his second basket of the game. Pacers trail by 16. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Patterson. And the Pacers another 3.
Finally, Patterson.
3 of 4 here to start the half.
Jazz have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Cousins with a screen on Ariza. Screen by Saric. Batum dishes to Russell. Patterson against Saric. Cousins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the Jazz points. And the Jazz lead by 15.
One of the most prolific scoring big men in the game. Cousins getting his tonight.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those 3 guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
Lillard attacking. Here's Udo. Offline with his 3. Jazz leading by 13. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Bit of an oversized playmaker.
Whoa, we're getting destroyed.
Over and around defenders. Great look there.
Snatched away. A floater. Here's Cousins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Utah.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone.
How many points does he have already? 30 or something?
Passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Gary Neal's checked in for Patrick Beverly. There's the screen. Kicks to Markkanen. To the middle. Hardaway with the steal.
Another turnover for Barnes.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Hardaway has got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Lillard attacking, and the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
This is really team chemistry, guys. I mean,
Rabs checked in.
It's going to be a loss for sure.
6 to shoot. They set the pick. Lillard from outside. Indiana again missing.
their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And stolen by Barnes. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And the rejection by Cousins.
Another block from Cousins. He's blocked Lillard 3 times now.
When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
Russell, no luck. Pacers trail by 19. Now, here's Lillard. He has 6. On the wing, Barnes. Clock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot. We've got a chance now to see how the starters and the bench match up scoring-wise tonight for Indiana.
And you know what? Their reserves have played better than their starters. And that's a backhanded compliment in a way. You get back in this
because of those trades that we made, low chemistry.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Russell. And a change for the Pacers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Udoh. Here's Neal. Rebound by Murray.
Oh, great effort there.
I thought that was Barnes.
Defend the paint.
Exactly.
And things like that.
Any better than that, Greg.
Cousins with the bucket.
And Cousins, also a good ball handler, just taking it strong there to the hole.
Lillard outside. And he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle, too.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And Utah making a change here. Noah's checked in. And here is Murray. Passes it to Bertans. Noah kicks to Crabbe. Here's the screen. All sorts of time. And the jumper is on the mark. Crabbe's got 8 points.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
The dish to Neal. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Man,
and let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage.
Take a timeout again.
4th, Lauri Markkanen.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
Yeah, you know, it comes down to efficiency for me. I mean, most young guys get excited, want to prove themselves. But he just calmly goes about his business and really does that at a high level. Very impressed by him.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Udoh's checked in for Hawes.
See if we can even get 100 points this game.
Trevor Ariza is checked in for Barnes. And it's Avery Bradley in for Gary Neal. Here's Murray. Over Lillard. Murray, good. Murray's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Noah the screen. Crabbe kicks it to Noah. Feeds it to Murray. Udoh comes in with the double team. And so here is Indiana. Here's Bradley.
Oh! Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, wow. And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Now Noah. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
2nd free throw, no good.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, They've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA, and it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
A shot by Udoh, no good. Jazz leading by 17. Temple the pass to Crabbe. They set the pick. Dishes it to Noah. He kicks it to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Lillard attacking. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz, though, they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Crabbe from long range. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Oh,
Crabbe's got 11 points.
Yo.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Lillard dishes to Patterson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
And a first time out of the game called for.
And they're taking a timeout. 15 points.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Saric comes in for Bertans, and it's Batum in for Garrett Temple. Udoh comes in with the double team. Here's Crabbe. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
And Lillard kicks to Patterson. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udoh. That will be.
He's not making these open threes, man. We need those.
He's checked in for Utah.
More than anything right now. He's like 2 for 7.
17. Here's Batum. 13 points in the game. Good D by Ariza.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Mm-hmm. Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Murray, the pass to Crabbe. On the wing, Batum. Wide open. And he knocks it. Batum's got 15 points.
And his stroke has been dead.
Worst game of the
outside.
season.
I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And Lillard gets to Ariza. Back to Lillard. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Jazz lead by 16. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. Pacers trail by 16. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Udoh. Markkanen is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Bradley, and it's Beverly in at the point. Utah shooting 54% on the game. And Saric kicks to Batum. Saric just screen on Barnes. Here's Batum. That's tipped, and there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball.
Really?
In doing so, also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
Hardaway's checked in for Utah. Markkanen sets the pick for Bradley. He feeds it to Udoh. Just 4 to shoot. Cans the 12-footer. Udoh's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pacers. Saric outside. He dishes it to Cousins. Screen by Saric. Cousins the pass to Murray. It's rebounded by Indiana. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Beverly. He's covered by Murray. And it's Bradley off the drive. The rebound by the Jazz. They led the game at 1 point by 20. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Murray. Indiana also making some changes. Patterson comes in for Markkanen, and Trey is subbed in for Barnes.
Yeah, dynamic finish by Cousins. Not a freak athlete, but he's a gamer for sure.
Pass to Ariza. Back to Bradley. Tries from 7. And the rejection by Cousins. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
It's got like 6 blocks.
And Beverly kicks to Bradley. There's a good screen. Down low, Udoh. And finally they hit one. Udoh's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Beverly against Russell. Hardaway sets a screen for Russell to the inside. It's Hardaway that time on the assist by Russell.
Switch to Beverly, not Patterson.
Russell's got 5 assists in the game. Hardaway with the steal.
What was that? I don't even know why I did that.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. 14 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 16 points for D'Angelo Russell.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Batum grabs the miss. Utah leading by 18. Russell with a wide open look. Nice work on the boards. Paying off at the
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
There's the pick. Beverly dishes to Patterson. But they get it back. Ariza with it. Back to Beverly. The 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And Cousins kicks to Hardaway. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 4th assist in this one.
It's going to be our worst loss, I think.
Coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Good work there as it goes. 14 points for Avery Bradley. Jazz leading by 21. Russell passes to Cousins. Shoots over Patterson. No good from Cousins. Indiana's gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Ariza kicks to Beverly. The feed to Udoh. They get it back. Beverly dishes to Bradley. Pass to Patterson. Another shot. And it's good on the layup.
Assist from.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to Batum. Screen by Saric to the inside. Takes a three. Pacers with the rebound. Ariza's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Bradley against Hardaway. Bradley can't get it to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Their chemistry is too good, man.
Just 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's in.
For Batum.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Time going.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're down by like 20 or something. All right, so Cousins, Batum. All right, let's see who's playing best for us. Lillard, Bradley, Patterson.
There, Indiana decides to talk it over.
And anytime you think about the Pacers, it's really hard to forget their recent dominance in the East now. I mean, in 2013, they were 1 win away from the NBA Finals. In 14, they earned the #1 seed in the East, and then it kind of snowballed south since then.
And for the Pacers, 2 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals, they seem poised for a long run.
We have to do this.
Well, they changed direction. They had 3 all-star caliber players in Lance Stevenson, Roy Hibbert, and Paul George, and David West was an anchor of that team as well. Stevenson left. The league seemed to figure out Hibbert, and PG broke his leg, and just like that, their fortunes changed. And I think, too, the league was
player of the game, DeMarcus Cousins.
Style of play
crazy good game.
Too.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Patterson. Harrison Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Lillard subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The drive by Cousins, and he gets it to go.
Almost a block on
Cousins
Cousins.
got 6 here in this quarter.
And, you know, even when the defense is on him and Cousins is well guarded, he still gets it done. Excellent footwork, good hands and strength, and he stays focused when he's in the paint near the rim.
Clark, we have seen an influx of players who function as point forwards for their team. How difficult is that to deal with as a defender?
I think it's really hard. I think it just speaks to the versatility of a player. If a guy has
Still shooting 50%.
point guard skills, then I think that makes him more valuable to his team and more difficult to defend, because he can start offense not just for himself but for his team. And that puts your defense in a little bit of a quandary as to how you're going to deal with that kind of versatility in terms of scoring and playmaking.
There's the pick. Lillard attacking, and he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, you got to enjoy seeing Lillard fire away here. An awesome scorer who can just take over games all by himself.
Back to Russell. Screen by Saric. Cousins with a screen.
Down by 20. We're going to lose this game.
Lillard against Russell. Floats one. Moves back up. And it's sent back by Lillard. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Let's go, game.
Lillard's got 22 points.
And, you know, Damian Lillard has such a quick release.
Taking the timeout when we get the ball out. He's going to play through Lillard.
Here's Cousins, and the rejection by Udoh. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Woo! He's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappear.
Batum passes to Cousins. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go. It's on Spencer Hawes. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big cruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Some changes for Indiana. Patterson comes in for Spencer Hawes. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Harrison Barnes.
We just need some good defense. Don't want to lose by 20. 10 is fine against a team with like 90% team chemistry. We got
he misses
like
the free throw.
And you can tell that Cousins wants to win badly. A super competitive guy. His skill set is off the charts.
Come on, let's go.
Pacers trail by 17. Lillard outside. The pass to Bradley. Lillard against Russell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent.
It's still Lillard time, though.
Not everybody with his scoring ability.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
To the wing right side. Here's Cousins, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Wow.
Cousins has got 17 points here in the second half.
Perfect defense.
He's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
And it's Bradley off the drive. Ariza has the open look, and the 3 ball is good.
All right.
Rapid fire release from Ariza like a staple gun. Boom, boom. Outstanding at shooting as soon as the pass gets to his hands.
Jazz leading by 14. Now, here is Russell. And here is Hardaway. Back to Russell. Cousins with a screen for Russell. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter. And it's Ariza in the corner. Indiana moving the ball from downtown. Cousins pulls it in.
Come on.
No idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Saric kicks to Russell. Shoots the 3. Again, Russell missing. And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Jazz.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities.
If we don't let them score a point.
If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
We manage to score every time.
Tonight, putting another win in the
Nah.
books. That'll be win number 27.
And in a
No, don't tell me that's a foul.
Of game one.
Is that free throws?
What they're doing here tonight against the Pacers.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Cousins.
He did all the dirty work that they needed,
That's a
clearing out
three.
space underneath and securing rebounds.
And Indiana shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Lillard, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Our ball.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Indiana also making some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Patterson. And it's Barnes in for Trevor Ariza. Lillard attacking. Tries again. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Murray kicks it to Noah. Here's Temple. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And the Jazz lead by 16.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Still got 32 points with Lillard.
Set for him that time, and
What's that, like 15 points in the fourth quarter?
For the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And Utah easily grabbing the win.
Yeah.
Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to
It's a
stay
good game, though. It was fun.
Yeah, and
Fourth quarter, we got close, but their team chemistry and three-point shooting and DeMarcus Cousins was just
opportunity, and this is what
something else
they
this
came
game.
out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how intense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.
Man, Cousins
presented by 2K
and
Sports.
all those three-point shots. How many did they make? Like 20. At least 15. Well, let's see. Cousins got 38 points. Lillard got 32, but he had 19 rebounds, man, DeMarcus Cousins. 19 rebounds. Look at all this three-point shooting. 3 for 6, 4 for 4, 3 for 4, 2 for 2 twice. The only guy that missed like a lot of shots from 3 is Cyrus. They probably got like 70%. 60% from 3, 52 from the floor. They took 9 more shots than we did. We had, man, that was a tough one. Bench points 39 to 29 because we were playing with Beverly and Patterson and Ariza and all those guys almost the whole game. Man, they got destroyed here by 14 points. Check out the box score again. Is anybody's highlights worth watching? I guess Lillard. Lillard, Bradley got 14 points. This is career high with the Pacers, at least, in 3 games. In 3 or this is his 4th game already, I think. Actually, yeah, 0 points, then 12 points, and he said he got 9 points last game. I got 14, so he's doing all right. Man, 2 for 9 from 3 for Patterson, dude. He was open so many times. He was open so many times from 3 in the corner. We even got good releases. It just would not go in, man. He got some crazy blocks on Cousins, though. Bradley, Udo got the most minutes. Points responsible for 40, and Cousins 48. For a center, that's pretty damn good. Alright, man. So that's this game. Honestly, we did alright. I mean, I don't know. Fourth quarter, we did pretty damn well. I don't know, man. Now, the Blazers also have 90% team chemistry, and they're one of the best teams in the league. With Bledsoe and Embiid, this is not going to be easy at all. I think for next episode, I might even do these 2 training days and just put them on team chemistry. Because we know that we can play with these players. We know we can get points, especially with Lillard, and we can play defense for sure. So I think I'm just going to switch the team training to just team chemistry to get it up. Because we need it. We really need it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, even though it was a very tough game. It was still fun to play against Cousins and a team that really just focuses on three-point shots, which there's barely any teams like that in the league that I've played against. And we've played against almost all the teams in the league now. So it was interesting to see some different tactics. Most teams, they play through their stars, which, yeah, they did play through Cousins, who is definitely their star. But, dude, they really destroyed us. See you later.